welcome everybody. Today we are doing a quick live stream. So those of you on Facebook, it's welcome. And we have today Stephanie Slamman from Economic Development and Kate, hopefully I'm not saying your name incorrectly, Hode-Reddick. And she's coming from the University of Guelph. We're going to be talking a little bit about the Guelph Arts Apprenticeship program and give you some information for employers about if you want to move forward with that. So I will leave this in Stephanie's wonderful hands. So Stephanie, welcome. And I will let you take this over.
Wonderful. Okay, let's get started. So thank you to Angela from the Business Center of Guelph-Wellington. We're always happy to partner on these exciting workshops and information sessions. And today's, as Angela said briefly, is on the Guelph Arts Apprenticeship Program from the University of Guelph in partnership with Invest in Guelph. So we're really excited to be able to offer this to our businesses locally. Thank you for joining today. As mentioned, I'm Stephanie Slamman. I'm one of the Economic Development Officers with the City of Guelph, and helping me with this presentation today is Kate Hode-Reddick. She is the Experiential Learning Partnership Developer with the University of Guelph and has been helping and in joint partnership with the city, the university and the city offer this exciting opportunity for supporting new grads moving into exciting career paths with our local businesses. So we have a short, about 15-minute presentation today on some of the components of that funding support program, the program details, and then an opportunity for questions. And then even though we're meeting in this virtual space, I would like to provide a land acknowledgement, and I encourage you to learn about the Indigenous history of the lands upon which you're joining us from today. So as we gather, we're reminded that Guelph is situated on treaty land that is steeped in rich Indigenous history and home to many First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people today. We acknowledge the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation of the Anishinaabe peoples upon whose traditional territory we're meeting. So what is GAAP? The Guelph Arts Apprenticeship Program is a hiring grant that is now open for our 2022 year, which will allow businesses an opportunity to partner with the University of Guelph's graduating class in 2022 for career positions. So what we do is we connect upcoming arts, humanities, and social sciences graduates with our Guelph-based employers. So hopefully if you're listening today, you're one of those amazing employers, and we're excited to tell you more about this program. So the businesses and organizations are provided a direct platform for catching student attention. So these employment-ready new graduates are available to apply to job postings posted by you, our employers. And then our employers also receive a non-repayable grant for about 4 months' salary for the hired candidate. So that's it in a nutshell. Let's dive a bit deeper. So the funding and benefits of the program for the businesses, you will receive a non-repayable hiring support grant. So the maximum is about $16,000 per position, but it's dependent on the monthly salary. So this is expected to be the equivalent of about 4 months salary support for this new hire for either a total of $16,000 or the salary repayment per month. So if the salary is a little bit lower, that would be the salary support. And then what benefit you have with this is you have access to that competitive pool of our extraordinary new graduate talent. This is a special job posting platform. So these students have received support in being ready for these job postings that are posted, and we hope to connect you with them directly. So these amazing students are bringing some great energy, creativity, and critical thinking, as well as have been supported in making that transition to the professional space. So our employer eligibility, who has access to this great program? The program is open to any business located within the city of Guelph, and we ask that you have a minimum of 7+ employees with an active HR department. This just allows for a bit more formal structure within your company that allows the students some support and mentorship as they onboard and work with your company. So we're expecting you to offer an entry-level employment opportunity for the graduate student that you get matched with or who receives a job offer through the competitive process with your company, and that job position would start on or before June 1st of 2022. So with the recognition that these are the graduating students of July-ish 2022, whenever they receive their designation, they have finished their coursework in April and are ready to start their job opportunities. So we're also expecting that this would be a minimum of a 1-year full-time professional experience, and that you're able to, as a company, provide some mentorship and skill development, and that you're contributing to this new employee's growth and development within your organization. So they're coming to you with a foundation of skills from their academic program. They've received some additional support from the university to help them make that transition into the working world. But when they're within your organization, you're also helping to make that commitment to them to start them on their career path. So the expectation is also that these job opportunities are going to meet a minimum salary offer of $35,000 annually. And then that corresponds to that support that we're providing with the 4 months of salary support of a total of $16,000 at the maximum end of that. So a little bit more about those students. So the students that are eligible within this program are coming from the University of Guelph's Bachelor of Arts, College of Arts major, or a Bachelor of Arts in Science with a College of Arts minor. So these students are coming out of these programs with exceptional analytical thinking, historical and conceptual contextualization skills, communication skills, great creativity, and as mentioned, they're very much ready to enter the workforce. So within each of these programming streams within the College of Arts and through the Bachelor of Arts in Science, they're coming with all of that background knowledge. They're ready for the workforce, but we are expecting our employers are able to help them with some of those technical skills as they come in. They're very much ready to learn them. So how would your business apply to this excellent program? So your first option is to go to the GAAP website and register your business. So you would be registering an employer account with the Experience Guelph portal site. And this allows you to have a one window into job postings, reviewing any of the job applicants and booking interviews, as well as there's some great resources with the university, as well as Kate and I are always on hand to answer questions. So once you're registered there, you would submit your job postings through the portal. And there's also some additional resources with an employer user guide to help make sure that this process is very straightforward and very easy for you. We know you're all incredibly busy in normal years, and this interesting COVID context has added some additional challenges. So this is an amazing program to help you with some of those new onboarding things. And there's a lot of great resources that we have, as well as we're here to help. So once those job postings are up, the next step would be conducting interviews. So you will receive an initial applicant package of all of the students that have applied to your posted jobs. So those initial packages are sent out no later than February 21st, and then the expectation would be that interviews are ongoing from that time. So as an employer, you're responsible for coordinating and conducting interviews with the student applicants that you feel are best qualified for those roles. So we're really here to help facilitate the connection with a great student, and then your HR process for onboarding the appropriate applicants that meet your company needs are really at the full discretion of your company. So then the steps after that is, once you've identified a candidate via this job posting process, you then switch a little bit into securing a funding commitment with the university and ensure that the process is set up to support you with that particularly identified candidate. And you do have the opportunity, if you've got multiple positions with your company that you'd like to fill through this program, you can have multiple postings, and then there would be the opportunity for multiple candidate matches, but those would be a one-on-one decision, as we are a little bit first come, first serve with a little bit of a limited funding pool for this, but we do have a number of matches with the funding for up to 10 positions right now, and we are always open to having conversations with any of our employers. So please do reach out to us. We're happy to help, and we would be open to having any of those discussions if the funding that we have available is used up quite quickly, and we still have some excited matches that we'd like to support. So after the contract with the University of Guelph is set in place, you can then move forward knowing that that funding is secured and provide a job offer to the student. So that job offer from the technical standpoint is supposed to outline their position details, the compensation, and the work terms, meeting the requirement of the funding support. So a one-year position with 4 months of supported salary at a minimum of $35,000 a year for that student. And then it's just, the signatures. So making sure that the employer contract is executed fully, that the letter of offer has been received and signed by the student, and then just a little bit of administration from there. So this is a invoice for reimbursement funding opportunities. So at each of those monthly points, you would invoice the University of Guelph directly and receive the salary funding support for those 4 months. So what we do like to do from the calendar perspective of, is it 4 months right in a row? No, it's not. It's the first initial 2 months and then the last initial 2 months of that one-year contract that are supported. And this allows us to ensure that it's going well, that there has been a good match, and that that match is sustainable both for the employer as well as the student that has taken on this exciting opportunity. So some of the key dates to keep in mind: we are hoping to have some of our employers onboarded as early as this and next month. I can't believe Christmas is coming up this quickly, but it seems just around the corner. So we're hoping to have some of those jobs posted and our employer connections already made by December 13th, with a final deadline for job postings being January 7th. And then the portal opens for student applications on January 11th. And as I mentioned, by February 21st, you're going to receive that bundle of excited students to start matching and interviewing with. And then, as mentioned, February to March is the interview period. April 1st, we're hoping for some offers to be made. And then by May, we really should have your opportunity confirmed with the contracts and everything in place, so that that student can start as early as May or April if everything's in place, but no later than that June 1st, that June 1st start date. So some key job post tips to think about as you're marketing your company on this amazing job platform to connect with these exciting students is just include some great details about what the job is, what your company is, what you do, what makes your organization exciting. A lot of these students, as you would expect, are very new to the job market. So this may be one of their first applications to a formal position. And we're really excited for them to get to know your company and be able to see themselves in the job description. So what type of skills are that match with those arts college skills, and what would make the position exciting for them to consider applying as they join your company or see themselves joining your company. And then be careful balancing the technical skills that are actually required for the position or might just be helpful for the position, and know that our students are coming with a great skill set already, and they're very excited to learn on the job with you. So that's a bit of a quick summary of the program. I know some of the pieces I went through very quickly, so if there's any questions, we do have lots of time. And then just before we move to questions, I'll put up our contact information so that you have that. I know that Angela also has some great magical aspects for how she can make sure that our name and contact information is also included with any of the posted videos, and you can always reach out to us. So I'm going to just close the presentation now, and then we're ready for questions.
That's wonderful. Yeah, I actually got so if you're watching this from Facebook, you'll see in the comments the U of Guelph website with the GAAP Arts Apprentice, so the Guelph Arts Apprenticeship program is in the comments. I'm also connecting in Invest in Guelph, and if I can, because university doesn't always like me to connect. Hold on a second here. There, University of Guelph. There we go. So those are all connected onto that Facebook page. So if you do need to connect with them, that's a way. As a question, what kind of skill sets are we looking at for these students? Because the job market is pretty broad, and so is the industries out there. And I know that would be one of the questions that I would have, even if whatever industry I'm in, is what kind of skill sets are we looking at for these students, and what kind of positions do we think they could qualify for? Because we don't want to just throw anything out there and then find out that students wouldn't be suitable for those. So I'll throw that out to
Absolutely.
you. Yeah.
That's a great question, Angie. Thank you. I'm going to turn that over to Kate because she has that depth of knowledge from the university's perspective on the great things they teach their students before they let them graduate out. So over to you, Kate.
It's a great question. And I just want to emphasize within the College of Arts that we have such a range of programs that fall under that category. So as Stephanie said in the presentation, it's students who are in our College of Arts and in our Bachelor of Arts and Sciences program that qualify for these GAAP postings. So within our College of Arts, we have departments of history and philosophy, our School of Fine Art and Music, our School of Languages and Literatures, and our School of English and Theater Studies. And our Bachelor of Arts and Sciences allows students to double minor. So they take courses in science and in the arts, as well as a core stream of courses. So you're getting a really interdisciplinary group of students who have been through very different paths through their program. But in the College of Arts, we kind of hone in on a few key skills: critical thinking, communication skills, creativity and design. We've had students hired, well, now alumni, not even students, when they're ready for this program. We send them into the world, but we've had them hired into relationship building type positions, account managing positions, customer service positions, communication, social media. We've also had students who kind of start off with, again, an employer, and they're really looking at those broader skills. And then the exciting thing is, as Stephanie said, the students are so willing to learn and can really learn your company culture. We've had some companies show interest in this group because they're so willing to adapt, learn, grow. So I think that's something that I'd really highlight. But of course, every student's going to be different. A lot of our students take part in experiential learning opportunities throughout their coursework as well. That's really my position at the university, is making sure that even within their curriculum, they're getting some work opportunities with local businesses, local organizations. So some of them may already have some of that hands-on learning on their resume that they're going to be bringing into this first full-time position. So we're really very excited to showcase the skills that art students have. They don't always go into, if you've studied theater, it doesn't mean you need to be working at a theater. There's lots of different transferable skills that we want to highlight as part of the GAP program.
That's wonderful. Yeah, that's as an alumni from the University of Guelph's art programs, like I kind of have a soft spot for all the arts programs. And I do agree. I did not go into studio as my actual career, as you can see, but doesn't mean that those skills weren't transferable within my own industries. So if anybody out there has questions, I don't see any questions currently, but if after watching these videos, if you're wondering about the programs, wondering how to connect, or or would like just more information, do feel free to connect with either Stephanie or Kate. And if you're not sure how to connect with them, do connect with me. You can just send me a message at success@guelphbusiness.com, or you can message us on any of our social media platforms. I watch all of them, so I will get you to the right person. So thank you, everyone, and thanks for all those who are attending. I don't know if there's any other questions or comments, Stephanie or Kate, you would like to put out there, just so that last thoughts to the business owners who might be watching this. Now would be a good time to do it.
Sure. Just that we're really here to match those contracts and make sure that this is a successful experience on both sides. There's lots of employer support available, some great contact persons on the website, as well as Kate and myself, always here and ready to help you through that process. But as you saw, the presentation was quite short, so we've really made this very much a one window, super streamlined support, because we know that our businesses are very busy doing what they do best. So what we do best is help match you with that great funding support through this program that helps directly connect you with that great student, soon to be alumni support coming out of the University of Guelph, which we're very proud to partner with on this opportunity. So thanks again, Angie, for the opportunity to share. Kate, I don't know if you had any last words?
Just echoing everything that you're saying, Steph, thank you so much, Angie, for having us. And Stephanie, thank you for presenting. We're so happy to have this partnership with the city. And we really hope that this is a very symbiotic relationship and program that really allows our art students to stay in Guelph, to keep this talent here and really allow them to continue thriving in our amazing city. So if there's any questions, again, just want to reiterate that we're always happy to take a phone call, talk you through the program one-on-one. If you have specific questions or there's any like idiosyncrasies that need to be ironed through, we're really willing to make this work. And we've only ever had this program launched in COVID. So we started it just as things were getting very difficult for our local businesses. So we also hope that this might be an opportunity to help with some of the recovery that we know needs to continue to happen. So our virtual and I guess in person now doors always open. So connect anytime.
That's wonderful. So, yep, connect with everybody. Thank you again, ladies, for joining us today. And again, if anybody out there has any questions or comments, please feel free to either throw them into the comments of the video, send us a message on any of our social platforms, or send me an email at success@guelphbusiness.com. So thank you again to Kate and Stephanie, and we'll see you all again soon. And we're off live stream. And now